Hey beautiful people, subscribe and hit the bell.
It's your girl Shakima here. Just wanted to stop in for a reading for the Virgo New Moon that we've got coming on Friday the 30th. The energies are going to be rife, guys, to say the least, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to give us some insight. I'm actually going to be doing these readings more on a consistent basis, seeing as I've got my shiznai together, and I just want to be able to give you guys as much insight as possible. So I'm going to be doing these readings separately for all 12 of the different zodiacs. I'll also be able to provide you with the extended version of these readings via my Patreon channel. The link to that will be in the description box, where you guys could get access to exclusive content, i.e. extended readings, as well as access to my Facebook groups, where you'll be able to do our Q&A on a weekly basis. We also do one question readings as well for free, as long as you are a part of the group. And if you like to get in line with the community, then all that lovely information is going to be in the description box for you guys. Also, just so that you know, these are obviously going to be general readings, but I am offering a end of August discount for any bookings made between now and the end of the month. So by Saturday the 31st of August, basically. And if you want to get more details on that as well, that will be in the description box below. So we're going to go and get straight into it, guys. As I mentioned, these are going to be general readings, so if it doesn't resonate, let it dissipate. If it does, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know how you found the reading. I'm actually going to be doing a Celtic spread for us, guys. And I'll also be pulling a catalyst card from the Work Your Light deck to give us some insight on how to work with the energies as far as the changes that are going to be implemented by this Virgo new moon. Now, for the extended versions, I'll also actually be pulling different cards for the different energies that you may be interacting. So we're going to be starting this reading with my Virgo baby. So this is for my Virgos, Sun, Moon and Rising, which is moi. I'm a Virgo rising, so this is definitely going to be providing myself as well with some personal clarity on how to utilize the energies of the new moon and also what's to come with it. But I'll be using cards in the extended reading to just give us some insight on the energies that are going to be interacting as far as the different people that we'll be interacting with. So definitely be sure to tune into that via my Patreon page. And yeah, if you want to get access to my daily content as well, I also do readings on my Instagram channel, again, details of which will be in the description box below. So guys, now that all that awesome information is out the way, let's get to the goodies. Okay, I'll be doing a Celtic spread for us to give us the insight, guys, so let's get straight to it. What is the divine guidance for my Virgo babies for the Virgo new moon spirit? Okay, what is the divine guidance? What do we need to know? So the advice is to be optimistic about the past circumstances that we may have dealt with. Spirit is actually giving us an opportunity to receive so much more, and it's actually going to be emotionally overwhelming. It's actually coming from a place of compassion. It's Spirit's unconditional love for us that's going to be bringing some of these experiences into manifestation for us, because we're going to be going on a new journey. It's actually going to be almost spontaneous in terms of the circumstances that will be put into us. Spirit's going to be pouring into us, guys, spontaneously. So just be open to receiving your very many blessings, okay? Let's have a little look and see what is to come. One of the things that I do want to point out is that there are some high expectations, and that's something that may be a blocker to your blessings as well. So you may not be willing or open to receiving your blessings because you want it to come how you want it versus how Spirit's giving it to you, so that you can actually grow as a person. okay, and that's not going to be helpful for you in the long run. But I can see that there may be a few people that might be sort of confused because it's just non-stop thinking. You're living in your mind space, whereas Spirit's giving you something to open your heart space. So bear that in mind, okay? Again, because of the high expectations, one's being hasty. Looking at the deck here, people are being hasty in terms of, you know, making decisions more from a traditionalist standpoint, and they're confused because some of the decisions that you guys are making aren't actually how you feel about situations, and you're just trying to appease people. And because of those high expectations that aren't necessarily your expectations of yourself, but you trying to appease other people's high expectations of you, it may be something that is actually causing a lot of confusion to your own personal space as well. Career wise, it does seem as though things are going to be moving very quickly for you guys. It seems as though things are actually going to be moving in a place of resistance as well, as much as things are going to be changing for you in terms of, you know, the creative aspects of things for you. So for those of you that are entrepreneurs like myself, you may find that some of the stuff that you are creating behind the scenes, there may be some resistance to that actually being able to, I guess, be put out there for public recognition, and that's being done. Those restrictions are for the purpose of a higher power. Spirit's saying that what you're going to put out is a premature representation of you, and even though you feel as though you want to put that out now, you don't have the entire picture. So yeah, there's going to be some restrictions to that, but it is going to serve you in the long term. Let's have a little look, guys. What is the divine guidance for my Virgos for the Virgo New Moon Spirit? Where are they and what crosses them? For the Virgo New Moon, as clearly as you can. Okay, so for the Virgo New Moon, you guys are actually at a place of financial and spiritual recovery. Okay, Spirit's giving you an opportunity to be able to sort of recover from circumstances, again, circumstances that have left you feeling stuck. You're actually going to get a very quick turnaround in your finances because of some of the challenges that you may have been facing, actually. It seems as though you were dealing with a lot of personal anxiety, and that was probably one of the things that was holding you back from being able to really push forward. And that was one of the things that was causing restrictions. It was more of a self-imposed restriction more so than anything else. I can see that it caused some delays so that you could actually pour out that version of yourself, let go of the partnerships that weren't necessarily serving of you, be it romantically and relationship wise, so that you could actually become more self-sufficient, you know, so that you can move away from any resentment towards continuing to be around those types of people, so that you can get a little bit more comfortable in your own skin. Okay, what crosses my Virgos for this Virgo New Moon? What crosses my Virgos? Okay, so we've got a few cards, guys. So there's going to be quick changes all round for you. Okay, and it seems as though going forward we're going to be going through a major arcana, guys, but it's in reverse. Okay, so this is a resistance to the changes. Okay, we also have the Page of Wands in reverse in the past trajectory, and we also have at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is letting me know that it's all about that energy of feeling stuck, that energy of feeling like you're not going anywhere too fast, and Spirit is doing that so that you could actually truly take an opportunity to recover just financially and spiritually. Okay, so I'm getting that spiritually is the most important recovery that you're going to be going through and embarking on, and the finances are going to follow as a result of. Okay, Let's have a little look. What is in the subconscious mind for my Virgos? Okay, in the subconscious mind, again, just further delays, guys. Delays and restrictions. There's potential there, but now isn't the time for you to just lay everything out. There's some indecisiveness as well, and Spirit saying be patient so that you can lay the grounds of a solid foundation rather than laying the grounds of something that is only going to be a short-term prospect as far as being fruitful for you. Okay, what's in the conscious mind for my Virgos, for this Virgo New Moon Spirit? What's in the conscious mind as clearly as you can? Okay, so in the conscious mind, you are manifesting new opportunities. In the conscious mind, you are manifesting new opportunities to make you a little bit more comfortable in life so that you can get the satisfaction that will see you pretty much not be so emotionally hung up on the situation. So you're nearing the end of a cycle as well, is what I'd say. You're nearing the end of a cycle that you've been trying to manifest. And it seems as though it's just a little bit longer. Okay, patience is going to be important as far as this thing that you're manifesting. Patience and self-discipline is the two main aspects that you need to sort of be looking at. Okay, so in the atmosphere, we've got the moon card in reverse. So this is letting me know that you've released your anxiety and you're now looking towards creating a more happy environment for yourself, and the atmosphere seems to be a lot more supportive of that for you. It seems that the illusions, this has a lot to do, I'd say, with the Neptune retrograde as well. The illusions, the veil has been lifted. You're no longer seeing the circumstances around you through rose-tinted glasses. You're actually now going to be able to see more of what Spirit is trying to do for you. And in the actual atmosphere itself as well, the challenges are things that you'll find yourself being grateful for, because you see that it's going to provide you with that long-term happiness that you're looking towards. What we can also see is that as far as in the circumstances around you as well, it's really just giving you an opportunity to break free from feeling like you're stuck in communities that weren't necessarily going to serve you, in friendships that weren't necessarily going to serve you, in social circumstances that weren't going to feed your spirit as well. Okay, what we want to do as well, we're going to look and see, just to finish off the trajectory, hopes and fears and the outcome. What is the hopes and fears and the outcome for my Virgos, for the Virgo New Moon Spirit? What can you see? What do we need to know as clearly as you can, please? Let's have a little look and see what sort of crops out for us. Okay, so we have got a lot to come. So in the attitude, what we've got is indecisiveness. You know, you're not sure where to go with the situation. You're not sure what you want to do, and it's not entirely clear as far as what the next steps are supposed to be for you, and that's a part of the challenge. But again, like I said, in a subconscious aspect of it, this is something that's being created at a subtle conscious level of yourself, so you are at peace with it internally. Externally, your super ego, so your conscious mind, may not be showing it as such, but you can sort of see that you are going to be able to feel a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more secure once everything is said and done. So there's some personal restrictions in the attitude because of your ability to be indecisive. And what we've got in the hopes and fears is that there's a lack of direction, there's a lack of momentum. So even though this is a fear, it's also a hope as well that you will be able to sit back and allow for things to unfold naturally for you so that you can actually benefit from it long term. Because one of the things that I'm also seeing with this is that there's a lot of blocked and suppressed emotions that needs to be processed, and that's what Spirit's actually sort of giving you the opportunity to do. Process the baggage that you're carrying so that you don't have to carry that baggage with you along the rest of the journey. And once you've lightened the load a little bit, you'll then be able to actually move forward a lot more self-sufficient. You'll be able to move forward without being so risky, because it would have been a risk for you to create these things when you are creating them from a place of fear versus a place of love within yourself. And that's why Spirit's saying not right now, because you're not creating this from the mastery within yourself. You're more creating this from the lower vibrational reflection of yourself that doesn't necessarily know what is to come. What I can see is that a lot of the blocked emotions has a lot to do with codependency. So for some of you guys that may be, utilizing coping mechanisms like drinking, smoking, partying, whatever your vice is to sort of distract you from the situation, Spirit is actually sort of causing some restrictions to those situations as well. Spirit saying lay that version of yourself down so that you can actually start to plan ahead, so that you can actually start to really sort of envision the next version of self that's coming through, and let go of those low vibrational people that may also be taking you down that path and further kind of enabling your behavior of codependency. What we have in the outcome for us, guys, is 2 cards. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I can see that you're pretty much basically just going to be overworking yourself when it comes down to it. It's almost like you're going to become Spirit's apprentice throughout the process of the next couple of weeks with this new moon. And it seems as though you're going to be working behind the scenes a lot. It seems like there's going to be an imbalance between your work and personal life, which is probably why you're not partying as much, which is probably why you're not utilizing your previous devices as such, as far as like your coping mechanisms. But Spirit's really going to be taking you through a place of activating your solar plexus throughout the process of this Virgo new moon, which is all about what the Virgo energy is really about as well, to be fair. That practical energy, that doing analytical energy of really putting things into pragmatic steps that can be taken. So it's going to be good. What I would say is brace yourself, because it seems as though you're going to be doing a lot of work behind the scenes rather than putting a lot of the work out there for public recognition. And the groundwork of the things that you are doing now is kind of laying the foundation of what you're building for the long-term successes that are to come. Okay? Let's have a little look and see for my Virgos what the catalyst is for you guys for this Virgo new moon. What is the advice for my Virgos for this Virgo new moon? What is the catalyst? Trust the niggle and take a break. The ancestors are beside you, so you don't have to work as hard as you think that you do in terms of like the actual physical labor of things. This is more of a spiritual work that you're doing. This is more of a emotional baggage that you are relieving yourself of, bearing in mind that universally the house of Virgo is the 6th house for the universal transit. So this is all about debts as well, and debts, as I mentioned in my video for Meditative Means Monday, which is my Insta segment. Be sure to check that out, guys. Again, link is going to be in the description box. But it's really just about karmic debts. It's not just about financial debts, it's also about emotional debts, relationships that you may still be holding on to, or baggage from past relationships that you may still be holding on to that may be impacting your present circumstances in relationships and how you show up in those relationships. So those are some of the things that are going to be sort of poured out for this Virgo new moon. and the ancestors are going to be communicating with you effectively, through you effectively, so that you can utilize this as an opportunity to grow spiritually, and the finances will follow. Okay, what is the divine guidance for my Virgos for this Virgo new moon, Spirit? What does my Virgos need to know for this Virgo new moon? Make it very clear, please. We are open to receiving all guidance, Spirit. Make it very clear. What is the divine guidance for my Virgos for the Virgo new moon? Okay, so I wanted to... Okay, so again, just kind of like in alignment with some of the things that I've been sort of outlining to you guys, Spirit is saying no. This is not the time for movement. This is the time for processing. This is the time for just waiting and postponing. Okay, say no and take a pause. Again, just take a break in moments so that you can actually allow for things to unfold naturally. Interestingly enough, the past, present and future trajectory. So Spirit is saying to you, the past has really given you an opportunity to show up as the priests and priestess that you are. You know, that teacher, that ultimate magician that is able and here to play its part in saving mass consciousness. But first we actually have to learn how to save ourselves. You know, how are you being called to step up and lead? That's pretty much your spirit's calling, as far as the past circumstances. And presently, Spirit is allowing for the things around you to crumble so that moving forward you can find your soul tribe, so that you can find your soul family moving forward. And really, that's what's happening for you. The soul tribe that is more in a vibrational match to who you are becoming versus who you have been. So just bear in mind that the catalyst to everything that is unfolding for you is to have you be a lot less codependent in terms of, you know, seeking validation from others externally to be able to validate your own experience and your own magicianry and your own priest and priestess skill set. And Spirit is really just giving you an opportunity to throw you basically off into the deep end to see if you sink or swim. And the only way that you are going to swim is to believe that you can swim. Okay, I am that I am. Whatever you decree yourself to be is what you shall become. And if you do not believe in yourself, if you are living from a place of doubt, if you're living from a place of allowing doubt to overcome your being through fear, then this is going to be a challenging experience for you. However, if you're navigating through the process, again, free from anxiety, free from, you know, the aspect of being cautious about how things are going to pan out, because your logical mind is not necessarily seeing things long term, and that can be a little bit scary. So instead of sitting in your left hemisphere of the brain, how about you find some equilibrium to merge into the left and right hemisphere of both aspects of yourself, the intuitive nature of yourself and the logical nature of yourself, so that you can utilize this energy to propel you forward. Because what I do see is that once you're at the end of this, you'll actually be doing so much more work. It's almost like you will find yourself being so busy and the finances will just naturally start coming to you. Okay, for those of you dealing with relationships as well throughout this time, what I would say is that you don't need to do as much as you think that you need to do with the situation. Spirit's going to let things naturally unfold in that aspect of things for you as well. As you shift your vibration, so too does the vibration of your romantic experience shift as well. And that's pretty much what Spirit's allowing to take place around you. You know, you're going through a vibrational shift into a higher state of yourself. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope that that was useful for you guys. Again, this is a general reading, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the details will be in the description box below, where I'll be able to connect to your energy personally and see how you're personally going to be impacted by these energies. And also, if you'd like to get access to the extended readings, you'll be able to get access to my Patreon channel via the description box below. Okay? As per usual, beloveds, I am sending you nothing but love, light, and positive intentions for the journey. If you haven't already done so, subscribe, guys. What are you waiting for? Let's, come together collectively and build that tribe of fellow life warriors living in full evolution, fighting that good fight amongst ourselves to become the best version of self. Okay? Until next time, beloveds. Mwah. Ashe.